Hi students, this particular video covers the questions from the chapter of bar graphs from the section of data interpretation. Let's start with the questions. Question number 1 to 5. The bar graph given below shows the runs conceded by a bowler in a 5 over spell in a one-day cricket match. तो आपको यहाँ पे एक bar graph given है in which you are provided with the runs conceded by a bowler and you are also provided with the individual data of the overs in which these runs have been conceded. So for example, for over number 1, the total number of runs conceded is equal to 2. For over number 2, the runs conceded is equal to 3. Now, question number 1. What is the average number of runs conceded by the bowler? So average number of runs is equal to total runs divided by the number of overs that you are provided with. So first we need to calculate the total number of runs which he has conceded in these 5 overs. So first over he conceded 2 runs, in the second over he conceded 3 runs, in the third over he conceded 1 run, in the fourth over he conceded 7 runs, and in the fifth over he conceded 5 runs. So the total runs that he has conceded is equal to 2 plus 3 5 plus 1 6 plus 7 13 plus 5 18. So this is equal to 18 divided by the number of overs which is equal to 5. Therefore, the average will be equal to 5 threes are 50 and 5 sixes are 30. So you would mark option number A as the answer to this question. Question number 2. During which of the overs the percentage increase in runs conceded was maximum as compared to the previous over. Now fundamentally अगर इस question को solve करने के लिए जाते हैं, how do we calculate the percentage change in the number of runs conceded over the previous over? Let's say मैं over number 2 के लिए percentage change calculate करना चाहता हूं. So in over 2 he conceded 3 runs, in over 1 he conceded 2 runs. So the change is of 3 minus 2 divided by the initial number, that is equal to 2 into 100. So this value will become equal to 50%. This is how we calculate the percentage change in the number of runs conceded in an over. Now अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे इंडिविजुअली कैलकुलेट करने के लिए जाएंगे तो दैट वुड बिकम क्वाइट टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. हम लोग यहाँ पे विजुअली इस चीज को आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं कि इन विच ओवर वाज द परसेंटेज चेंज इन द नंबर ऑफ रन्स वाज द मैक्सिमम. क्लियरली हमें यहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है दिस चेंज वाज मैक्सिमम when we moved from over 3 to over 4. In the third over he conceded a total of 1 run, in the fourth over he conceded a total of 7 runs. So the total percentage change had it been asked would have been equal to 6, that is 7 minus 1 6 divided by initial number of runs, that is 1, into 100, that is equal to 600%. But here we just need to identify the over in which the percentage change has been maximum. तो वो हमें clearly दिखाई दे रहा है is while moving from 3 to 4. याद रखिएगा जब visually इस चीज को identify करना होगा तो this change has to be with respect to this initial value. अगर मान लीजिए हमारे पास में 2 overs होते जहां पे ये difference would have been same, तो we would have checked कि किसका base value कम है so that the percentage change would have been more in that particular case. बट यहां पे हमें साफ तौर के ऊपर दिखाई दे रहा है दिस इज द लार्जेस्ट चेंज both in absolute terms and also in terms of percentage change. Therefore you will mark option number C as the answer to this question. Question number 3. The percentage decrease in the runs conceded from overs 4 to over 5 is. So here we need to calculate the percentage change in the number of runs conceded from over 4 to over 5. So in over 4 he conceded a total of 7 runs. In over 5 he conceded a total of 5 runs. So there's a change of 2 over the initial value of 7 multiplied by 100. So this value will become equal to 28.57%. Therefore you will mark A as the answer to this question. Question number 4. What is the average number of runs conceded by the bowler in the last 3 overs? Average number of runs in the last 3 overs would be equal to the total of runs conceded in the last 3 overs, which is equal to 1 plus 7 plus 5, that is equal to 13. So the total number of runs conceded over last 3 overs is equal to 13. And the number of overs that we need to take here is equal to 3, क्योंकि हमसे केवल आखिरी के 3 overs में average पूछा गया है. So this average will be equal to 3 4s are 12 and 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, so 4.3, that is option number B will be the answer to this question. Question number 5. What is the respective ratio of the runs conceded by the bowler in the first 2 overs to that in the last 2 overs. First 2 overs का टोटल और लास्ट 2 overs का टोटल यहां पे कैलकुलेट करना है. सो द टोटल नंबर ऑफ रन्स कंसीडर्ड इन द फर्स्ट 2 overs वुड बी 2 + 3 दैट इज इक्वल टू 5 एंड द टोटल ऑफ रन्स कंसीडर्ड इन द लास्ट 2 overs इज इक्वल टू 7 plus 5 that is equal to 12. Therefore this ratio will be equal to 5:12 and you would mark C as the answer to this question. Moving on with the next set of questions, question number 6 to 10. There are two bar graphs given below. Figure 1 shows the number of votes cast for the three candidates R, S and T in 5 different cities A, B, C, D and E in a statewide election. Figure 2 shows the percentage distribution of votes among these three candidates in these 5 cities. डेटा को ध्यान से समझिए. पहले आपको यहाँ पे दो बार ग्राफ्स प्रोवाइडेड है, फिगर 1 और फिगर 2. Figure 1 gives you the total number of runs that have been received by all three participants, all three candidates, that is R, S and T from different cities. So for example, city A से कुल मिला के 5000 वोट्स कास्ट हुए, सिटी B से कुल मिला के 4000 वोट्स कास्ट हुए, सिटी C से 6000 वोट्स कास्ट हुए, सिटी D से 7000 वोट्स और सिटी E से 4000 वोट्स कास्ट हुए हैं. The second figure gives you the percentage breakup of these votes कि कौन से कैंडिडेट को कितने परसेंट वोट्स उस पर्टिकुलर सिटी के अंदर दिए गए हैं. तो क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करेंगे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 के साथ में आगे बढ़ते हैं. विच सिटी कास्ट द मोस्ट नंबर ऑफ वोट्स फॉर कैंडिडेट आर. नाउ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. जब आप इस डेटा को देखोगे तो मोस्ट ऑफ यू वुड कमिट अ मिस्टेक कि आपको लगेगा आर यहां पे रिप्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है ब्लू पोर्शन ऑफ ग्राफ से, तो ब्लू पोर्शन जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा होगा वही सिटी आपको सबसे ज्यादा वोट्स भी दे रही होगी आर के लिए. तो मेनी ऑफ यू वुड गो ऑन टू मार्क ई एज द आंसर. बट the issue here is that we are being asked about the most number of votes, not the most percentage of votes, but the most number of votes. यानी कि हमें यहाँ पे परसेंटेज से नहीं, हमें यहाँ पे एक्चुअल एब्सोल्यूट नंबर ऑफ वोट से मतलब है. तो क्या किया जाएगा यहाँ पे? सबसे पहला काम होगा, आप दिए गए ऑप्शंस के लिए आर के नंबर ऑफ वोट्स को कैलकुलेट करेंगे. तो ऑप्शन नंबर ए सिटी ई की बात कर रहा है, तो ई से द परसेंटेज ऑफ वोट्स दैट आर हैज रिसीव्ड दिस इज इक्वल टू 60%. Therefore सिटी ई से, दैट इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए के लिए, ऑप्शन नंबर ए की बात कर रहा हूं विच इज सिटी ई, this is equal to 60% of 4000 votes. Total number of votes from city E is equal to 4000, so 60% of 4000, so this will become equal to 2400. For option number B, city C said the percentage of votes that have been received by R is equal to 50%, so this will be 50% of C, that is equal to 6000. This is equal to 3000. The total number of votes that R has received from city C is equal to 3000. For option number C, that is city A said the total percentage of votes that have been received by R is equal to 25%. आप देखें यहाँ पे, this is lying exactly between 20 and 30%, so this is 25%. So 25% of total number of votes, which is equal to 5000. So this is equal to 1250. And option number D is city number B. Here also the percentage of votes that have been received by R is equal to 25%. So option number D is 25% of the total number of votes that have been there from city B is equal to 4000. So this is equal to 25% of 4000 and this is equal to 1000. So the most number of votes is from option number B, that is city C. Therefore you will mark option number B as the answer to this question. Question number 7. From how many cities did candidate S receive more votes than candidate T? Now ये विद इन अ सिटी कंपैरिजन आपसे पूछ रहा है, किसके नंबर ऑफ वोट्स के बीच में, एस और टी के वोट्स में. तो आपसे केवल ये पूछा गया है कि फॉर हाउ मेनी सिटीज डिड कैंडिडेट एस रिसीव मोर वोट्स देन कैंडिडेट टी. तो एस रिप्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है रेड से, टी रिप्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है ग्रीन से. सो यू जस्ट नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई द सिटीज जहां पे एस का पोर्शन टी के पोर्शन से ज्यादा बड़ा है. तो देखिए यहाँ पे अगर मैं सिटी ए की बात करता हूं, ग्रीन पोर्शन इज लार्जर then the red portion, so this is not to be taken into account. City B mein the red portion is bigger, is larger than the green portion, therefore this is to be taken into account. For city C, if you look into it closely, so this is equal to 50 to 75, that is 25%, and for green portion this is equal to again 75 to 100, that is 25%. So the portions for S and T are equal to each other, therefore this is not to be accounted, क्योंकि हमें तो ऐसी cities चाहिए जहां पे red portion green portion से बड़ा हो. Again D is not to be taken into account, but E is to be taken into account क्योंकि यहां पे 0% votes जा रहे हैं T को. Therefore, S has got larger number of votes than T, and therefore E is to be taken into account. So the total number of cities wherein the number of votes cast to S is more than the number of votes cast to T will be equal to option number C, that is 2. Question number 8. Which two cities cast the same number of votes for candidate R? Candidate R के लिए कितनी cities ने same number of votes cast किया है? Let's quickly get into the calculation. From city A, this is equal to 25% of 5,000. This is equal to 1250. From city B, this is again equal to 25% of 4,000. Therefore, this is equal to 1,000. For city C, this is equal to 50% of 6,000. Therefore, this will be equal to 3,000. For city D, this number is equal to 10% of 7,000. Therefore, from D, this is equal to 700. And for city E, this number is equal to 60% of 4,000. So this is equal to 2,400. As we can see, किसी का भी नंबर, किसी भी दो शहरों का नंबर आर के लिए कास्ट किए गए वोट्स के लिए सेम नहीं है. Therefore, you would mark D as the answer to this question. Question number 9. How many votes did candidate T receive in total from the 5 cities? T का total number आपको पता लगाना है, total number of votes that T has received from all these 5 cities. So let's quickly get into the calculation. From city A, T has received, that is the green portion, a total of 50% votes. So 50% of 5,000, this is equal to 2,500. From city B, he has received a total of 25%. Therefore, this number is equal to 25% of 4,000. Therefore, this number is equal to 1,000. From city C, this is equal to again 25% of 6,000. 25% of 6,000. Therefore, this is equal to 1,500. From city D, this is equal to 75%. This portion is equal to 75% of a total of 7,000 votes. Therefore, this is equal to 5,250. And from city E, he has not received any votes. Therefore, the total number will be equal to 0. Adding these values, 2,500 plus 1,000, 3,500 plus 1,500 is 5,000 plus 5,250 is 10,250. Therefore, you will mark option number D as the answer to this question. Question number 10. How many cities cast over 2/3 of their votes for one candidate? Now, अगर मैं calculate करने के लिए जाता हूँ 2/3 in terms of percentage, so we already know that this is equal to 66.66%. So here we just need to check कि कौन सी ऐसी cities है जहां पे 66% से ज्यादा votes किसी एक candidate को cast किए जा रहे हैं. तो city A को अगर आप देखें तो maximum number of votes here is equal to 50%. Therefore, we do not need to take this into consideration. हमें देखनी है ऐसी cities जहां पे 66.67% से ज्यादा votes किसी एक candidate को जा रहे हो. City B के लिए similarly अगर आप देखें तो red portion is the largest one, but this is equal to 75 and 25. This is equal to 50%. Therefore, this is not to be taken into consideration. Here, for city C, the largest portion belongs to blue. That is equal to again 50%. For city D, the largest portion is this green value. So this is equal to 75%. Therefore, this is to be taken into consideration. City C is not to be taken into consideration. And for city E, the largest portion belongs to blue. And this again is equal to a maximum of 60%. Therefore, again, we do not need to take this into consideration. So there is only one city which casts more than 66.67% or more than two-thirds of their votes to a single candidate. Therefore, we would mark B as the answer to this question. Moving on to the next set of questions, question number 11 to 15. The bar graph given below shows the income and expenditure of a company during the period 2000 to 2004. So the red bars represent your expenditure and the blue bars represent the income of a company in rupees lakhs. The unit here is that of rupees lakhs. Question number 11. The expenditure from 2002 to 2003 increased by red bar के अंदर 2002 के अंदर expenditure value is equal to 30. Red bar में 2003 की expenditure value is equal to 40. So this is equal to 10. This has increased by 10 over a base of 30 into 100. Therefore, this is equal to 33.33 or 33 1 by 3%. Therefore, you will mark A as the answer to this question. Question number 12. The income in 2002 was equal to the expenditure in the year. कौन से साल में आपको बताना है कि एक्सपेंडिचर वाज इक्वल टू द इनकम ऑफ 2002. तो 2002 की इनकम को देखिए, दिस वाज इक्वल टू 40. तो ये वैल्यू किस साल के एक्सपेंडिचर के बराबर है? तो as we can see, this is equal for the year 2003. Therefore, you will mark A as the answer to this question. Question number 13. The profit was maximum in the year. Now ध्यान रखिएगा, यहां पे आपसे absolute profit की बात की जा रही है, नंबर की टर्म्स में बात की जा रही है प्रॉफिट की, not in terms of percentages. So we just need to calculate, we just need to take into consideration the gap which is there between blue bar and red bar. So for the year where this distance is the maximum would become the answer to the question. So for here, this is equal to 20. For here, this is equal to 10. For 2003, this is equal to 20. For 2004, this gap is equal to 60 minus 35. That is 25. And for 2000, this gap is equal to 10. Therefore, you would mark of 2004, that is option number B, as the answer to this question. Question number 14. The difference in profit between 2001 and 2002 is what? 2001 ka profit is equal to 50 minus 30, that is equal to 20. 2002 ka profit is equal to 40 minus 30, that is equal to 10. So the difference between the profit would be equal to 20 minus 10, that is equal to 10 lakh rupees. Option number C will be the answer to this question. Question number 15. The number of years in which the income exceeds the average income is what? So first of all, we need to calculate the average income. किस तरह से average income को calculate किया जाएगा? You would add up the values of income. So this is equal to 30 plus 50, 80 plus 40, 120 plus 60, 180 plus 60 is equal to 240 divided by the number of years, that is equal to 5. So this is equal to 5 4s are 20 and 5 8s are 40. So 48 lakhs happens to be the average income for all these years. You need to identify now the years for which this value, the value of income is more than 48 lakhs. So blue bar exceeds the value of 48 in the year 2001, in the year 2003, and in the year 2004. Therefore, you would mark 3, that is option number A, as the answer to this question. Moving on with the next set of questions, question number 16 to 20. The bar graph given below shows the demand and production of cotton in tons by 5 companies A, B, C, D, and E. So the blue bars represent demand and the red bars represent the production values for different companies A, B, C, D, and E. Question number 16. The production of company D is how many times that of company A? D का total production, D के total production की value देखिए, this is equal to 2700 and this is how many times of that of company A. कंपनी ए के प्रोडक्शन की कितने टाइम्स है? दिस इज इक्वल टू 1500. सो 2700 divided by 1500. So this value will be equal to 3 5s are 15, 3 9s are 27. This is equal to 1.8. Therefore, you will mark A as the answer to this question. Question number 17. The demand for company B is what percent that of company C? कंपनी बी की डिमांड की वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू 600. दिस इज व्हाट परसेंट of the demand of company C. So demand for company C is equal to 2400. So you just need to divide 600 by 2400, multiply this by 100 in order to calculate the percentage value. So this is equal to 25%. You would mark C as the answer to this question. Question number 18. What is the ratio of companies having more demand than production to those having more production than demand? So क्या करेंगे यहां पे हम लोग कैलकुलेट मोर डिमांड देन प्रोडक्शन, ब्लू बीइंग मोर देन रेड. ब्लू कहां पे रेड से ज्यादा है? कंपनी ए के लिए ज्यादा है, कंपनी सी के लिए ज्यादा है और कंपनी ई के लिए ज्यादा है. फॉर रेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द कंपनीज the production is more than demand, so the ratio will be equal to 3:2, and you would mark option number C as the answer to this question. Question number 19. What is the difference in tons between average demand and average production of the 5 companies taken together? आपको average demand और average production के बीच में difference बताना है. So what we would do is we would calculate the total difference and then divide it by 5 to get the average difference between the demand and production. तो demand को यहाँ पे add up करते हैं. This is equal to 3000 plus 600 plus 2400 plus 1200 plus 3300. So adding up values at the thousands places, we get 3 plus 2 5 plus 4 9000. Adding up values at the 100 places, we get 6 plus 4 10 plus 2 12 plus 3 15. So 1500. And at tens places and ones places, we have got just zeros. So total demand will be equal to 9000 plus 1500, that is 10,500. The total value of production will be equal to 1500 plus 1800 plus 900 plus 2700 and 1500. Adding up digits at the thousand places, we get 1 2 and 3, so this is equal to 5000. At hundreds places, we have got 5 plus 8 13 plus 9 22 plus 7 29 plus 5 is 3400. At tens places, we have got 0. At ones places also, we have got 0. So this total would be 8400. So the total difference between demand and production will be 2100, and the average of this will be equal to 2100 divided by 5, that is 5 fours are 20, 5 twos are 10 and 5 zeros are 0. So 420 tons, that is option number B, will be the answer to this question. Question number 20. Which company shows the maximum difference between the demand and production? Now यहाँ पे आपसे केवल ये कहा गया है कि मैक्सिमम होना चाहिए इनके बीच का डिफरेंस. ये नहीं मेंशन किया गया है कि डिमांड ज्यादा हो या प्रोडक्शन ज्यादा हो. तो दोनों के बीच में जहां पे आपको गैप सबसे बड़ा दिखाई दे रहा होगा बार्स में, would become the answer to this question. So the largest difference exists between A, this will be equal to 1500. For C, this is equal to again 1500. But for E, this is equal to 1800. Therefore, you would mark E as the answer, which is given in option number D. So D is the answer to this question. Moving on to the next set of questions, question number 21 to 25. The bar graph given below shows the production of cotton bales of 1000 kg each in lakh by different states A, B, C, D and E over different years. Data देखिए यहाँ पे production की value आपको दे रखी है cotton bales की in 100 kgs in lakhs, and here we are provided with these states. आपको absolute number यहाँ पे mentioned है 2003, 2004, 5 and 2005, 6 के लिए for these different states. Now let's move on with the questions. Question number 21. The production of state C in 2005-6 is how many times its production in 2003-4? State C की यहाँ पे बात की जा रही है और state C में पूछा गया कि 2005-6 का production, that is 15, is how many times of its production in the year 2003-4, that is this value. So 15 divided by 6, this is equal to 6 twos are 12, 6 fives are 30. So 2.5, that is, you would mark option number A as the answer to this question. Question number 22. In which state is there a steady increase in the production of cotton during the given period? Steady increase. तो देखिए यहाँ पे सिटी ए के अंदर देयर इज अ स्टेडी इंक्रीज, ये वैल्यू आपके पास में बढ़ती जा रही है. इन सिटी सी देयर इज अ स्टेडी इंक्रीज, ये वैल्यू बढ़ती जा रही है. These are the only two cities जहां पे there's a steady increase in the production of cotton. So A and C, therefore you would mark option number C as the answer to this question. Question number 23. How many kg of cotton was produced by state C during the given period? तो total C का देखिए कितना बन के आ रहा है. 6 plus 11, 17 plus 15, that is equal to 32. So we have got just one option which has got 32 as the initial two digits. Therefore, we can mark option number A as the answer to this question. We do not need to get into the calculation of zeros. Straight away mark A as the answer to this question. Question number 24. The number of states for which the production of cotton in 2005-6 is less than or equal to the preceding year. 2005-6 is being represented by this particular value. तो देखिए यहाँ पे कितने साल में ये या तो पिछले साल के बराबर है या उससे कम है. So we can clearly see for state B and for state E, this value is either equal to or less than that of preceding year. Therefore, you would mark option number B because हमसे यहाँ पे पूछा गया number of states जहाँ पे ऐसा हुआ हो. So this is equal to 2. You would mark B as the answer to this question. Question number 25. Difference between the total production of cotton in 2004-5 and 2005-6 taken all these states together is equal to what? 2004-5 and 5-6 के बीच का difference आपको बताना है. तो 4-5 देखिए represent किया जा रहा है black bar से. So this is equal to 18. 18 plus 21 is equal to 39. Plus 11 is equal to 50. Plus 8 is equal to 58. Plus 10 is equal to 68. This is equal to 68 for the year 2004-5. And for the year 2005-6, this is equal to 27 plus 21. That is 48. Plus 15 is equal to 63. Plus 13 is equal to 76. Plus 7 is equal to 83. So for 2005-6, this is equal to 83. So the difference between the two values will be equal to 15. बट यहां पे आपको 15 की दो वैल्यूज हैं A और D. तो आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है यहाँ पे कि कितना हम लोग यहाँ पे आंसर मार्क करें. तो ध्यान से सुनिएगा. पहली चीज तो आपको दी गई है यहाँ पे 100 kg और उसके बाद में दिया गया है lakh. तो द टोटल नंबर ऑफ जीरोस दैट वी वुड हैव इज इक्वल टू 2 फॉर 100 एंड 5 zeros for lakhs. So total of 7 zeros would be there. Therefore, you would mark option number D as the answer to this question.